Peace and blessings, everybody. Hey, I want to thank y'all for joining us. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're having a blessed, prosperous day today. We're launching something new today. I can't tell you what the frequency of it's going to be in terms of how often we'll do it, but we're starting today mornings with Pastor Troy. This is the maiden voyage, the maiden episode. I'm testing out some new technologies as well. So this is somewhat of an experiment. And at the same time, I definitely have an amazing word of encouragement, word of insight, word of knowledge that I want to share with you today, because I believe that the key to everything in life is really our mindset. I hope that you can concur with that particular belief system, that really the key to everything really boils down to one simple thing: our mindset. And if your mindset is right, I promise you that you can overcome the most challenging things in life that you're going to face. Before I jump into this, and I promise I won't be long, but what I'm going to say is really going to wow you, but it's also going to bless you. Do me a quick favor and share this live with 5 people that you know, 5 people that you love, 5 people that really do appreciate and enjoy wisdom and insight. If you know me, you know my reputation. You know that I strive to say something whenever I open my mouth, which is why I'm never in a hurry to be heard all the time, because I want my voice to have value. So when you see me talking, when you see me going live, when you see me in different places speaking, just know that I have something to share. If I didn't, I'm going to keep my mouth closed. There are enough talking heads in the world that they don't need me to add my talking head to it unless I'm saying something, making a contribution. So today I want to make a powerful contribution to your life. And in exchange, I want to ask you to share. And if you happen to run across this during the replay, do the same thing. Please share with people that you care about, because everybody needs a word every now and then. Here's my thought this morning for our morning with Pastor Troy. If you want more clarity, and if you want more confidence, and if you want more control over how your life is going and where your life is going, I want to give you 3 things that you need to do. 1, 2, 3. 3 things that you need to do if you want more control, if you want more clarity, and you want more confidence. Here's number 1. Do less better. I can't rush through that. Believe it or not, folks, that may be 3 of the most powerful words you're going to hear in your lifetime. Do less better. The reason why that's powerful is because it's absolutely counterintuitive to what society tells you. Society tells you do more, multitask, be a jack of all trades and a master of none. And that sounds cute, but that's a horrible way to live your life. You won't have clarity living that way. You won't have more confidence living that way. How can you have more confidence when you don't master anything, so you're mediocre at everything? So I want to encourage you. This is powerful. Do less better. In other words, downsize, streamline, get rid of the fluff, get rid of the dead air in your life, and make sure that you make every moment count, because every moment is supposed to count. Number 2, stop making a mess by doing more than you're designed to do. Man. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I like that, because that to me is so powerful. Say it again, PT. Stop making a mess by doing more than you're designed to do. I think you and I can agree that we are not designed to do everything. If you were designed to do everything, then there would be no need for anybody else, because you would be the only thing necessary to get anything done. But in the wisdom of God, God doesn't design us to do everything. He designs us to do some things better than others. Teach Pastor Troy Wynn Sr. That's why you don't never have to sweat somebody and be jealous of somebody. No, God's given you an ability that will allow you to do something better than others. And the purpose of that is not for competition, but it's so that you can finally find a place of confidence. There is nothing like doing something that you know you do better than the average Joe. There is a certain confidence that comes with when you're doing something and you know, okay, this is my thing. I'm gifted for this. I'm talented for this. I've cultivated my skills for this. And when you step into whatever that is, you do it well. Not only do you do it well, but you actually excel. This is one of the major keys in this life. And I want to encourage you to start looking at your life and stop making a mess by doing more than you were designed to do. Then here's number 3. I told you I'm not going to be long. I'm teaching those of you who want more clarity in your life, those of you who want more confidence in your life. And this is really important for those of you that want more control over how your life is going, and even more importantly, where your life is going. Number 1, I said, do less better. Number 2, I said, stop making a mess by doing more than you're designed to do. And here's number 3. Stop making a mess by doing what you're not designed to do. And the number 2 says doing more than you're designed to do. Okay, that's capacity. You're doing too much. But then number 3 is a little different. It fine-tunes the thought and says, stop making a mess by doing what you're not designed to do. In other words, sometimes we're doing things that are not in our wheelhouse. And just because you can doesn't mean you should. Woo. And I know most of us can think of somebody who's doing something that they need to stop doing. They don't have the skills, they don't have the passion, they don't have the knowledge. And sometimes people get thrust in positions, and then sometimes people just take positions. But I'm at a place in my life, I only want to do what God created me to do. And I'm not trying to be nobody's space filler. I'm also not trying to get out of pocket with the way I've been designed, because then that creates stress and frustration and aggravation. Why? Because I'm trying to do something that I wasn't designed to do. And I'll give you a perfect analogy that even a child will understand what I'm about to say. You would never ask a fish to climb a tree. If you do, you're crazy. But not only are you crazy, you're going to put an unnecessary amount of stress and expectation on the fish to do something that it was never created to do. So imagine a fish trying to climb a tree and failing. Watch this. No matter how many times he tries, no matter how hard he tries, he continues to fail over and over and over again. If he doesn't have a Pastor Troy in his life, he's going to think that he's a failure. He's going to think that he should just go somewhere and die. He's going to think that he was just born for nothing. And none of that is true. The truth is, he's making a mess of something, trying to do something he's not designed to do. And how many times have we found ourselves trying to do something because we saw somebody else do it? Trying to do something because it shined a certain light on us that we liked. We like the spotlight. We like the attention. We like what came with doing that thing. But all we are experiencing is frustration and aggravation. Why? Because we're a fish trying to climb a tree. I want to encourage you to spend time in the presence of God so that God can reveal to you what you were designed to do. Come on, somebody. Let God reveal to you how he made you and how he molded you and how he equipped you so that you can flow in the places where you were designed to flow. You take that same fish that's frustrated and aggravated and feeling like a failure because he couldn't climb the tree, put him in the water and watch him work. Put him in the water and watch him swim with nary a swimming lesson. Teach Pastor Troy Wynn Sr. Watch him ebb and flow and navigate currents without any master classes or any college courses. How was the fish able to thrive in water but fail at the tree? It's real simple, folks. When you are doing what you were created to do, you will succeed where others have failed. I noticed a long time ago when I was young that God had given me a gift of speaking and communicating and conveying concepts, which is really a blessing to me because I know that's my thing. I know that's what God created me to do. My wife used to compliment me all the time when I would try to get her to come on camera with me and go live with me and spontaneously say something to people for social media. And she was like, man, I'll do it for you, but I don't have that gift like you have. I can't just turn on a camera and start talking and actually say something that makes sense. And I respected that because she understood that though she could do it, my ability to do it, my gifting to do it was a little different from hers. If you want to stop being frustrated, you want to stop feeling like a failure, you've got to get with God and you've got to find out, God, what have you created me to do? Why am I here? What have you purposed me to do? And don't compare yourself to others. Don't be a copycat if you heard yesterday's lesson. No, find the original recipe that God has cooked up for you. And when you find it, you rock with it. And maybe when you find it, nobody likes it, nobody pays attention to it, nobody claps for you. That doesn't matter. Do what you're created to do. Master it, become amazing at it, so amazing that you can't be denied. And here's what I promise you. The audience will come. The accolades will come. The advancement will come. The achievements will come. Why? Because you have found that thing which you were created to do, and you have immersed yourself into it like the fish swimming in the water. Here's what I'll say, and I'm going to get ready to get out of here. I just want to bless you. This is Mornings with Pastor Troy, something new that we're launching. I don't know the frequency, but sometimes in the morning, I'm going to jump on here and just share a word of encouragement, word of insight. And that's what we're doing today. Today's our maiden voyage as we're launching this initiative, trying out some new technology as well. So trying to see how it all goes. And I got to say, so far, so good. Hey, Karen, thank you for watching, Karen Lewis. Appreciate you, my friend. Here's what I want to bless you as I get ready to head out. You'll never get the bigger things in life if you keep fumbling the little things in life. Let me say that again. You'll never get the bigger things in life if you keep fumbling the little things in life. I see this a lot in ministry. I see this a lot in business. I see this a lot in almost every sector where people want to be great. And maybe they've even been given an opportunity to lead, but they continuously fumble the little things. In other words, they continue to drop the ball on the details. And I keep telling people, man, until you can master the few things, you're probably never going to be a ruler over many things. If we believe Matthew 25 and 23, it literally says, be faithful over few things. It doesn't say be faithful over great things or be faithful over big things. No, it says be faithful over few things. And God says if you'll do that, he will make you ruler over much larger things. Stewardship must be established in the smaller areas because those are the building blocks that God adds more and more and more. I'm reminded of a scripture in Solomon 2 and 15, and I titled this particular lesson, The Small Foxes, for this reason. Solomon 2 and 15 says that it's the small foxes, the little foxes that spoil the vine. Now, when Solomon talks about the little foxes, the small foxes spoiling the vine, I need you to catch this. Small things that seem insignificant, like insignificant problems, can cause great damage if left unchecked, can cause great damage leading to the destruction of your spiritual life, can cause great damage leading to the destruction of your marriage, can cause great damage leading to the destruction of friendships, can cause great damage leading to the destruction of your business. Why? Because you ignored the little foxes, the small foxes. But Pastor Troy, what are you talking about? I don't deal with any foxes. What are you talking about, little foxes, small foxes? I'm glad you asked. I'm talking about harmful habits. I'm talking about horrible business practices if you run a business. I'm talking about negative attitudes. How about this one? Impulsive decisions. And then last but not least, this one is killing people, literally and physically and spiritually. How about risky behaviors? Folks, this is what we call the little foxes. It's the things in life that we say, oh, that ain't gonna matter. That's not gonna be relevant. That's not gonna hurt me. I can handle that. Do you know how many people are strung out on drugs right now? Because they looked at the little fox and said, shucks, I can handle that. It's just crack. It's just cocaine. It's just heroin. I can handle that. Everybody else is popping Molly. Everybody else is popping Percocets. I can handle that. And what happens is you underestimated the little foxes. Oh, that's good teaching right there. See, here's what I want to tell you about the little foxes from a biblical perspective. When Solomon was teaching us to pay attention to the small foxes and the little foxes, the small foxes can't reach the high-hanging fruit in the vineyard. It's out of their reach. So guess what? They don't even try. But do you know what the small foxes do in the vineyard when they can't reach the high-hanging fruit? Here's what the small foxes do in the vineyard. The small foxes dig at the roots. Teach, Pastor Troy. Oh, this is good teaching. Small foxes do what? The small foxes dig at the roots. And they dig at the roots until the vineyard is destroyed, the fruit is brought down to the ground, and then it's eaten by the small foxes that were ignored. See, everything cute doesn't need to be cuddled. Come on, somebody. You see a small fox, and you're like, ooh, it's so cute. It ain't gonna hurt nothing running through the vineyard. Solomon says, you better deal with it. Because even though it can't reach the fruit today, it can definitely reach the fruit when it attacks the roots. Because once the roots are destroyed, the fruit are coming down to the ground. And how many times have we lost because we didn't protect our roots? Pastor Troy, you teach it. Can I say that again? How many times have we lost finances, lost relationship, lost opportunities, lost our peace? Teach, Pastor Troy. Simply because we didn't protect our roots from the foxes in this life. I don't know what you may be ignoring today, but this is a clarion message of love. I'm sounding the alarm. Do not ignore the little foxes in your life. Do not ignore the small foxes. Why? Because those small foxes are going to destroy your fruit. Those small foxes are going to wreak havoc on your success. They're going to destroy your marriage. They're going to destroy your family construct because you chose to ignore something that you needed to engage, confront, sometimes rebuke, sometimes put in order, sometimes set boundaries for. Ooh, Pastor Troy, who am I talking to? Because I feel like I'm talking real good, man. I feel like I'm talking real good. Is this sizzling in somebody's spirit? Shout out to Country Wayne. Is this sizzling in your spirit? That you can't live this life and ignore the little foxes, the small foxes, because they're going to be the catalyst for your demise. Again, spin the block on it, PT. What are you talking about? Little foxes, small foxes. Let me spin the block on it because I need you to have thorough understanding. I'm talking about harmful habits, horrible business practices if you run a business, negative attitude, impulsive decisions, and last but not least, risky behaviors. How in the world are people still sleeping with everybody? Maybe I'm old school, maybe I'm paranoid, but that's something I don't understand. I got trust issues anyway. And I don't understand how a person, man or woman, can go from person to person to person, engaging in sexual activity recreationally, using no contraceptives, using no protection, and you think that's going to end well? Baby, brother, that's a small fox. They can have a big bite on your life. I hope this helps somebody. If it hasn't, my bad. If it has, leave a comment and let me know if you heard a word from God during our initial launch of Mornings with Pastor Troy. Don't ignore the small foxes, because the small foxes you ignore determine the great things that you will never get to enjoy. Let it marinate for a minute, PT, because I don't care what nobody say. That was deep and dope at the same time. Okay. The small foxes you ignore determine the great things you'll never get to enjoy. Hey, this has been Pastor Troy Wynn Sr. This has been Mornings with Pastor Troy, speaker, mindset coach, author, just a man who desires to have an impact with his life until God calls him home. And I pray that today, this contribution has been a benefit to your morning. If so, share it with somebody you love, somebody you care about. Feel free to leave a comment and I'll scroll through and see what y'all talk about. See if you got it. And then last but not least, hey, you know I got to invite you to church, right? That's always going to happen. If you don't have a church home, Sunday's coming around, I just want to gently encourage you. Join me and my Freedom Church family every Sunday in person at 10 a.m. The address is 820 North Houston Road, Warner Robins, Georgia. And if you're anywhere near the Warner Robins, Georgia area, hey, I advise you, pull up on us and invest some time getting your spirit fed. Just so happens this Sunday is Fifth Sunday, and every fifth Sunday, lunch is on us. So immediately after our Sunday morning service, it starts at 10 a.m., we'll have your lunch ready to go with you for you to take home or to the park or wherever you want to go and enjoy a meal on us, because that's what we do at the Freedom Church. Hey guys, be blessed. Share this message, be encouraged, and let's deal with our small foxes. I love you to life. Keep looking up, because God is the one who is looking out for you, and he's looking out for me. Peace.